Welcome, everyone. Good morning. It's our first big picture of the brand new year, 2023. My name is Jim Gonsalves. I'm very happy to be hosting this morning. Happy New Year to all of you and your families. Several of you traveling, pay attention to the road. We really appreciate all of you being on with us. The first Saturday of each month, we've got a training going on. If you will, check your mute on your Zoom. Appreciate that. Patrick, welcome. We do a training every first Saturday of the month, and we do this to really empower all of our members of the Keep Punching team. I'm very happy to be co-hosting with Mr. Arnold Brown this morning. We're really on as a trusted community, and we want to share some information with you that'll empower you to continue to share with other people to empower them. And we're very committed to that as a community. So we thank you for joining us this morning. We're with the Juice Plus Company. Our company's been in business for 51 years now, a very solid business all over the world. And we're all affiliates with that company. So Arnold, I'll turn it over to you to go ahead with our program.
Yes, sir. Well, firstly, again, we want to welcome everyone to our Keep Punching call this morning. And as Jim has mentioned, my name is Arnold Brown, and I am from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. This morning, I have the honor of introducing someone very, very special, Mr. Kerry Daigle. Kerry Daigle from Opelousas, Louisiana, is an internationally acclaimed author, life coach, trainer, manager, agent, publicist, and master promoter of boxing. Having over 40 plus years of experience in combat sports, Kerry has promoted boxing on major networks all around the world. Additionally, Kerry has created several successful businesses, and having leveraged extensive experience in marketing, branding, and promotion, he is a valuable asset for startup and other young companies looking for financial oversight, operational excellence, and key talent identification, retention, and mentoring. We also want to recognize that Kerry Daigle is a military veteran, so we definitely want to thank him for his service. Last but definitely not least, Kerry holds the highest position in the Juice Plus company and has helped create national marketing directors all around the world. Above all, Kerry loves mentoring youth, young adults, millennials, and this morning, I, along with many others, am thankful that we can call Brother Kerry our mentor. So why is this call important today? Well, now more than ever, there is a hunger for more. In a world where the economy is going south, people are looking for a way to make a life, not just a living. And being fortunate entrepreneurs, every single one of us on this call, being a part of Juice Plus Company, understands very well how privileged we are to be able to create a global dynasty through the power of fruits, vegetables, and berries in a capsule for only $52 a year. So with that, prepare yourself, take notes, and get ready to learn how to create a six-figure business with your Juice Plus business from the man, the legend, Mr. Kerry Daigle. Brother Kerry, are you there?
I'm here. I tell you what, I'm gonna carry you with me when I do all my boxing shows. Strictly for you to do the introduction and maybe be the ring announcer. Without a question. But I'm gonna make a request. I'm kind of looking around. For those of you that are coming or at my home for the women's empowerment, and you're on the Keep Punching site using my internet, please take a break, get off, so you won't cut me off on this training, and enjoy yourself with the ladies, the women's empowerment in the front. We appreciate all of you. So let's talk a little bit about this new year. Resolutions. Is that pretty common? How many times have you heard that word? The new year starts and people want to start. doing resolutions. Well, let me mention to you that the Juice Plus opportunities are wide open right now. Why is that? We do know quite a few things. I know we as members of the founders group, we communicate with the home office at least once a week. And there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes to make 2023 the biggest year ever, especially coming out of this pandemic. I want you to realize this, and I want to let you know this in advance so you can prepare yourself to put your running shoes on, because the people that are going to do that are going to really succeed big time this year in 2023, because there are some things being prepared and being done that you've heard what some of them are, but there's other things being done from corporate to make this a banner year. Now, why is this year going to be the best year ever? Well, it's pretty easy to figure out. Number one, we've spent 2.5 to 3 years in a pandemic. We've been locked up. People lost their jobs. Some people lost their businesses. Some people didn't. Some people that didn't lose their jobs started working at home. But the number one thing on people's minds right now is building the immune system. Because for 3 years, you've been taught and you've been told through the media on a regular basis that if you don't build your immune system, you could potentially get some type of virus and get very ill or possibly even die. And we've seen that happen. And this is not a call to put fear in your heart. This is a call to give you facts. So what do? We've got the #1 nutraceutical on the planet. Understand this. There is no competition, zero. People will have products that may be similar to ours as we continue to move forward, but they're never going to have a Juice Plus with over 40 double-blind, placebo-controlled studies published in gold standard medical journals, name it Juice Plus by name, with results. Now, we're going to get the naysayers that are going to give us some negative vibes on our studies, but remember this, it's going to be their word against the American College of Cardiology, their word against Yale, their word against MD Anderson Cancer Center, their word against Brigham Young University. I could go down the list. So you have to be able to weigh the consequences, what this person or this group says and what we say. The intelligent people pay close attention that science kind of just makes everything a lot easier to understand. There's really no competition. So we've got the #1 product in the world that is proven to build an immune system. That is going to create more opportunity in the next 24 months to 36 months than ever before. The second thing is, how many people you know that were working from home? Wow. Hasn't that been I mean, the numbers are crazy. Even today, and this pandemic's been lifted, people are still working out of their home with many companies, and they're asking to continue to do so. Even look at our corporate office in Memphis, Tennessee, in Collierville. You will see that we are bringing people into the home office, but yet many are still working out of the home. And it's happening with corporate America all over the United States, Canada, Mexico, and other parts of the world. So we've got the #1 product in the globe, and there is no competition. Keep that in mind. You're in the driver's seat, and that's what you represent. Now let's talk about changes a little bit. Embrace changes for the new year. That's real important. Life's too short, in my opinion, to accept mediocrity. Today is a Juice Plus day. You see Juice Plus in the background. See, I got my Juice Plus cap on. I'm a Juice Plus guy 100% of the day, all day long, every day, everywhere I go, 7 days a week. But that's how you build a big business. You bring Juice Plus with you versus you just being in Juice Plus. So stand up for yourself. Stand up, create self-respect, and take some action. Now, you don't have to do major changes for the new year, but you have to look at what are resolutions and what are you going to do different this year with everything that's going on, the positives that are happening within our company. What are you doing right now to make changes for yourself? I'm going to give you an idea of 6 changes that I'm doing for myself, how simple they are. So you don't have to do major changes. I'm not asking you to do these. I'm just going to give you an example of what I plan on doing, these 6 major changes for me. But yet they're very minor and easy to do. Number 1, physical and positive affirmations. How do you do that? Well, every day I'm going to walk 3 to 4 miles with a light jog. That's my daily routine, where I can relax with headphones, listen to music or podcasts. That's real important for me, and it may be important for you. It's something to think about. Number 2, no diets, but better food choices. No diets, but better food choices. Number 3, mental fitness. You know, I'm a mental fitness coach dealing with professional athletes, but also a mental fitness coach with the Juice Plus company. So what am I going to do for mental fitness? I am going to read 1 chapter in a book every day, whether it's morning or afternoon, but every day I'm going to read 1 chapter. Now, every book on the average has 15 chapters. So that means in 1 month, on the average, I will finish 2 books. In 1 year, I will finish 24. And again, it's reading the right books in business, in network marketing, and how to communicate with people so that I can get better. Simple thing to do, 1 chapter a day can give you up to 24 books a year. Do you think you're going to be ahead of everyone else you're working with? Do you think you might become a better leader? Number 4, conversations. I'm going to use 1 new social media platform on a daily basis that I may not have been using. 1 new and just 1. And another thing that I'm doing, and it works, and all of you, if you listen carefully, these are the things that could necessarily make a big difference for you to build your business. I'm calling just 2 people personally every day on the phone. Could be a customer, could be an affiliate, a partner, could be a prospect, but someone that can hear my voice and actually have a conversation with. 2 people a day, I'm gonna have a personal conversation with. Number 5, I'm gonna do invitations to events, whether they're live or visual. I will pull those events from Voxer. I will pull them from We Are Contagious. And I will also pull them from any other, if in your case, it might be your Facebook page for your team, or maybe your upline's Facebook page. But every event's going to be written in a planner, and I'm going to be great every day looking to invite people to those events, and I'm going to have them all organized in my planner where I can see them each and every day. So communication is important. That's why Voxer, that's why We Are Contagious is there for you to help you grow your team. But if you learn how to use these tools effectively, you will grow much faster. Number 6, this is my favorite. I'm gonna laugh at least twice a day, really hard. So laughing is so good for you. It brings out the endorphins that you need to be able to have just a better day. So again, now how to grow faster and make real income with the Juice Plus company. It's the power of qualification and the power of duplication through qualification. I want you to really pay attention to this, because we as a company are moving forward. And now that there's no more handcuffs on us in the field, no handcuffs on us at corporate. We are going back to what built dynasties. And we know about qualification, but we haven't been training during this pandemic time on the power of duplication through qualification. So after this call is over, I want you to see the significance in building an organization of qualified team members and what it can do for you and your paycheck. So if you do not know or do not have a qualified business, by the time I'm finished, you will want to get that done and you're going to know why. Now, I want to give a shout out to Andrea Bonheinzen and also to Mickey Daigle. They've pretty much been authors of qualification and teaching qualification in a very strong way. Great lessons, great visuals that they've done, great Zooms, great calls, but they have spent a lot of their time teaching people how to duplicate the qualification process. And that has created a lot of people to be highly successful that you're going to hear from in just a few minutes that have built teams in different parts of the world. So our business is created through you reaching out to your warm market contacts to develop a customer base and establishing what we call a qualified business. A qualified business is a significant achievement on your road to national marketing director. Now, whether you want to be a national marketing director or not, it's still very important for you to learn how to duplicate the qualification process and how important that is. Your income is directly related to how well you qualify your own business, and how well you teach others in your organization to qualify their business. Now, training everyone within your success team to be consistent in qualifying their business is going to be the key to your achieving success also. And that is the first step in creating what we call club members. Listen carefully, creating club members. Now, QSC and above that qualifies. Qualifying a business with 24 trios personally is the goal. 24 trios. Now, it'll be less if you do the quad. But let's look at just the trio. I'm going to be very conservative in what I'm going to teach you today, but yet I'm going to step out of being conservative and I'm going to show you how to make a six-figure income. How many of you would like to make a six-figure income? What do you think's prevented you from doing that? Understand the qualification process. And you're going to, again, I want to repeat this. You're going to hear from some excited people in a few minutes. Now, self-qualifying is really important, but understand that you can also qualify with frontline partners and partner pluses. If they're frontline to you, those partners and partner pluses, their numbers will go into your number for qualification, which is the 1,800 points that you need to qualify for what we call performance bonus. But eventually, not to sound redundant, you want to have your own business of 24 minimum trio orders personally, where you are what we call self-qualified. Focus on those 24 orders on a regular basis. That's the magic number, 1,800 PVC. Remember, that's the magic number. If you're writing this down, that's the magic number. Now, once a partner and a partner plus goes to QSC, that volume moves out of your PB bonus volume for you to qualify. That's why it's important for you to self-qualify. Now, some of this stuff I could go into a lot of detail, but I'm not going to do that. Your job, if you don't understand, you contact your support team member that has a little more experience than you if you don't quite understand this, and let them explain it to you more in detail. You want to teach the power of qualification and why Duplication is where you build solid. There's several reasons for that. Number one, you're going to build a strong foundation. Number two, you're going to make more retail profit. Real simple. You're going to make more retail profit. You're just starting out. You want to make as much income as you can. You can make more retail profit. Number three, the 3% performance bonus on partners, plus and up, can be that you can acquire in your team one day could be the major part of your income. In my case, in Mickey's case, it's 99.5% of our total income. The 3% performance bonus from self-qualifying. Number four, teams of qualifiers. You want to create clubs of qualifiers. You're going to hear about this in just a second. If you're writing this down, you will understand exactly what I mean by clubs. Number five, this is so important. If you've been on any of the calls lately, you know that we are doing some national TV advertising with several networks. So leads are going to be coming from the company to qualifiers. Doesn't matter where you live, if you live in a remote area, if you're a qualifier and we get enough leads, you could potentially get a lead or two. Now, when you think about this a minute, well, what if I just get 2 or 3? Well, what if those 2 or 3 is a potential national marketing director one day? Because you cannot prejudge what someone is going to do in this business. Those of you that think and feel you found the next superstar, sometimes you get surprised and find out that person is not the superstar you thought they would be. But yet you have sponsored someone else that you may not have paid it much attention to, and they're really building a big business. You cannot prejudge what's in someone's heart and what their work ethic is like. Number 6, new partners come from satisfied customers. New partners come from satisfied customers. Right now, I personally have too many customers. So I'm making phone calls into them left and right and turning them into partners. Now let's talk about what I mean by clubs. If you form a 3 club, for example, that means you have 3 people that you've taught how to self-qualify. That's you, a self-qualified. You've got 3 people that you've taught how to self-qualify. You're going to earn somewhere around $15,000 a year residual income. Think about that a minute. From solid income, solid business. Now that could be 3 club up to 11, but generally 3, 4 club, 3 club, you're there. You will average somewhere around $15,000 a year. Now, if you step your game up a little bit and you get those 3 and teach them how to get 3 that qualify, look at the numbers. 3 times 3 is what? 9, plus your 3, 12. Once that happens, if you're training properly, your income jumps up to about $40,000 a year on the average. Now, you could end up having 12 club, 12 people qualified, or you could have 14 up to 38. But believe me, if you move up to close to 38, this could be probably much greater than 40,000. 39 people on up. The average is $120,000 a year. I want you to think about that a minute. So what do you teach? This business is really so simple. You teach the qualifying process, but you teach duplication of qualification. So the average person that has 39 people on up that qualify is going to average somewhere around $120,000 a year. And here's the magic. That's residual income. Now you're going to hear about 100 clubbers, Mickey, myself, 100 clubbers. That means you're 100 or more. Well, I'll be honest with you, write this number down, because the average income of a 100 club is about $300,000 a year. Now, I'm not going to promise that all of you are going to make that kind of income. Do you see why this is an unabridged training? I don't want to do this all the sideline. Everybody gets it. I get 1,000 requests. I'm doing this strictly for the Keep Punching team. And we're going to continue to do this with our leadership to move forward, because we're going to help each other grow and become much better at what we're doing and create more national marketing directors if that's your goal. I was asked by a white collar executive, and I'm going to be very conservative here, that called me up, and I'll never forget, this is just about 10 days ago, Kerry, how can I make $100,000 a year residual? Now, if you ask that question, most people they stumble. Like, man, I don't know. I'm not doing it. But just because you're not doing it doesn't mean that you don't have the program to tell them that you're on this program to earn that kind of income, and you can teach them what you've been taught. So if you get asked that question, it's a simple answer. Number one, you want to teach them to get the sales coordinator, the highest commission level in the company. We can teach you how to get there in about 6 months or less, depending on your work ethic. The second thing is, during that process, we just want you to get 24 customers taking what's behind me, fruit, vegetable, and berry, minimum, to self-qualify your business, or what we call, I like to use the word establish, to establish your business. If you can do that, Mr. Prospect, and you get 40 people to do the same thing, conservatively, you're going to average about $250 minimum from each person that you teach this same process of getting those 24 customers doing the trio, getting trio orders. You're going to be in a position where you're making $100,000 a year. The numbers are there. Think about it. 40 times 250 on the average is $100,000 a year. So I can show people how to make $100,000 a year. There is a program for that. Now, how important is that to your prospect? Well, my white collar executive, his immediate answer was this to me, because we were talking about financial instruments that were paying us 3% net, which is hard to get. That's after you pay income taxes, and additional charges necessary depending on the financial instrument that you have or the portfolio that you've created. Well, that's equivalent, that residual income, getting those 40 people, 39 people, 38 people, 39, 40 people to qualify their business, each with just 24 customers taking the trio. My goodness. That's equivalent to someone having $4 million in the bank at a 3% net return after taxes, which is difficult to get. So my question to you is it really that difficult? Or what's more difficult? Maybe to save $4 million? Think about that. And whatever you're doing in your full-time job, whatever your job is, you can work all you want. But the people that I'm going to teach personally that want to listen and move forward, those people are putting in the hours trading time for dollars and not paying attention to what this business can afford them, are going to wish they had. That's so important for you to understand. I want to bring on some people that I want you to hear from that have become national marketing directors. And the first one, I want to take a look and see if is Juliana Lee. Are you here? Are you on?
I'm here.
Hey, Juliana.
Hi.
Juliana Lee lives in Austin, Texas. Well, Dripping Springs, am I right?
Yes, you're right. It's right outside of Austin.
And I wish I could tell you a whole story, but she's a teacher by profession, has a master's degree, could have been a principal. And recently, and I don't want to put a private business out there, but I'm going to do this.
You can. It's okay.
She told me I could. She's
Yeah.
divorced, has 3 children. And yet, it's such a good feeling to see that nothing happened to her that was really negative when it came to her financial situation, because that residual income kept coming in. She bought her own house. She has her own home. She's doing quite well. Her business is growing. And I want to ask you, Juliana, how important and what is it about qualifying or building a qualified business? How important is that to you?
Well, qualifying is I think foundational for our business. And what it really does is it gives you the time freedom. It gives you the time. And looking at this business, when I started many years ago, it was to be with my kids. I was a teacher and I just thought, how am I going to be a good teacher and a good mom? Because teaching takes so much time, effort, and energy. And you make the same amount of money as someone else next to you that leaves early, comes in late, and here you are busting your tail and you're making the same as them. And I thought, looking at this business, I have a good work ethic. I like people and I love these products. I truly believe in my heart of hearts that this is the best decision for human health on the planet. I just don't think that there's anything else that can compare to the Juice Plus product line. So I love this. I love these products. I love this company. I love this community. And I just looked at qualification as this avenue to develop the life that I wanted, to design my life and to live like, what if? And I'm a dreamer, right? Because I'm a teacher. And so what if it is true? What if I could do it? And so that first step was just qualifying my business. And I'll never forget, Kerry, I was driving down the road in a Ford Fusion. It was my first new car that I had bought with my Juice Plus income, my residual income that was coming in through Juice Plus, and I paid for the insurance, I paid for the gas, I paid for the car, and I thought, wow, I will never forget. I was on a bridge and I thought, this is the vehicle that's going to take me wherever I want to go in my life. And so, I also got really excited about the stories that I was hearing from talking to people, from talking to my customers and talking to my partners and hearing what was happening for them. When I hear my partners say that they get to put their kids in dance lessons, that lights me up inside, because that's important to that child. And so this is a business of good. And when you qualify, you get to expand your good into the world. And then when you teach that becomes an exponential, good factor. So I just thank you for letting me share this morning. I love this company and this community. I've learned so much. And if anyone's looking at this, I would just say there's nothing better. There really isn't anything better.
Thank you so much, Juliana. Appreciate you coming on. Danny Martin, are you on?
Yes, sir. I'm here.
Danny Martin has been with us for actually just a few months short of since I joined. And majority of, again, I'm putting everybody's business out on the street, but why not? You probably already know this, but if you don't, you're going to know it now. Danny and Debbie's income comes in from out of the country, majority of the income. Who would think that would have happened? But through the power of qualification, what does qualification, building qualifiers mean to you, Danny?
Well, it's a very important factor, as you brought on, and I think you guys really need to pay attention to what Kerry's talking about here. Let me kind of maybe put it this way, and this is two personal experiences for myself. You ever remember back when you were a kid and someone told you either to do something or not do something and you didn't listen? I'm kind of thinking back, you ever take that metal fingernail file and stick it in that electrical outlet And someone told you you'd probably get shocked if you did that, but you went on and did it anyway to see, or maybe you touched something that was hot and they said, that's hot, that's going to burn you, but you did that. Well, that's kind of how I was, I guess, in the business coming in early about performance bonus. I didn't understand it, and I didn't understand the importance of it at that time until it happened to me. And I don't know if you can grasp that. And some of you may be in that camp. You may not understand how important this is until it happens to you. And so my encouragement is to do what Kerry was talking about, getting those 24 customers and so forth and so on. To me, performance bonus is like a promotion between, QSC and sales coordinator. So my challenge is to you is if you're at any of those positions and you're not performance bonus qualified, that needs to be really your next step in doing that. As Kerry said, we started out, I didn't expect this to be a big bid. Didn't really expect to build a big team. We kind of thought maybe we would get some customers and make a little extra income. But it started to expand around the state of Louisiana we're in and around the country. And as Kerry said, I think today I looked on our last check statement for last month for I guess it would have been November now. But, when I looked at that, we were being paid from about 15 countries, the US plus 14 or so other countries. And we never expected that to happen. But like Kerry and Mickey, the majority of our income comes from this performance bonus. Now, what if we didn't pay attention to that? What if we didn't stick the file in the socket, right? I mean, we would have left so much money out there on the table. And Debbie and I were both fortunate enough that when they formed this thing called 100 Club many years ago, we were already, both of us individually, in that club. And so if the company gives bonus for this club level thing, if they let you go to these special events like the Elton Awards that the company has, if they bring you out to a retreat at some spa place or something, once a year because of this club thing, then I think if the company is focusing that much on it, it's pretty dang important. And so for me, I would say, get those 24 or whatever combination is to get that 1,800, because again, it's, I don't know, Kerry, I haven't figured it to be honest, but I was going to say ours is probably at least 95% or more of our total income. And it may be even higher, maybe 99 as well. So guys, it's just so important, but it was life-changing for us from a standpoint is that's what gives you the residual income. It's because if I go play golf today, that doesn't mean everyone in our team says, okay, I'm not taking Juice Plus today. I'm not talking about Juice Plus today. They're still doing that, and we're still earning that 3% income off of that. So to me, it's one of the most, if not the most important thing you can do building your business along the way, because you don't know what's going to happen if it's just going to be a little small part-time business like we started out, or if it's going to expand to 15 or 20 countries around the world.
Now, what you just heard was two national marketing directors who ended up building a business that now brings them a full-time income. Jimmy Gonsoulin, you're always hosting the big picture. Qualification, has that helped you become a full-timer with your team, teaching qualification?
It really has, Kerry. And what Danny said and what Juliana said earlier really resonated with me. You see all the people on this Zoom today, we all have different backgrounds. We all have different personalities. What qualification to me did was make, as you said, a system we can duplicate. You bring your own energy, you bring your own reasons, your own why into this business. As Juliana said, we can do well by doing good, but that qualification gives us a system we can teach people, and anybody can teach it. My profession, my background is in athletics. The more you can teach repetition, you might watch somebody footballs in season right now, you watch a player and watch somebody like Tom Brady and say, how can he throw that 30-yard out route every time and get it on a dime? Well, he's only done it 15,000 times, right? Duplication is like that. If you can do the basics well, you just do them over and over again, infusing your own personality into it. So when you hear us say that, it's because of our experience. There's nothing like experience, and that's why we're sharing it with you. Kerry, I appreciate you taking it back to the basics, because that's what it's going to take to build a solid business. That's how Sandra and I have built our business over the years. And it's given us a good system we can teach others. And that's the foundation, as you mentioned, that I think everybody needs to pay attention to. And folks, it is that simple. Go out and share with other people. Our company mission is to inspire healthy living around the world. And Danny and Kerry are evidence, Juliana, that it can be done in other countries. You may not know anybody there, but somebody you know, as Kerry mentioned a while ago, may know somebody there. I'll see Trudy on the Zoom with us. Trudy's got an organization all over the world. It just happens that way. Your job is to do the basics well, and that's what allowed us to create a full-time income for ourselves.
Now, you've heard from 3 national marketing directors that are full-time, primarily from creating qualification in their own business and then duplicating qualification. Now, we're going to end it because we're running out of time here, but I say this lady because she's got the prettiest smile, the greatest personality, and she's a full-time national marketing director out in Memphis, Tennessee. She's a single mom, former registered nurse, and absolutely, if anyone loves the power of qualification, she knows how big it is. And she's in the process, we're watching her closely, of developing new national marketing directors this year because of qualification. Janet Miller, would you share what qualification and building qualified teams means to you?
Well, hello, everybody, and Happy New Year. Yeah, it's the power of it is amazing. And from the very beginning, I will have to say, when I joined this company, I was not joining to build a big business or had any huge goals. I just fell in love with the product, and being a nurse, it just was natural for me to want to tell everybody about it. And as I started sharing, and at that time, we were, a very wise upline of mine got on the phone with me immediately. The power of 3-way connection, y'all, let me just tell you, because my sponsor was not real active in the business. And so he immediately connected me with an upline. And when I told him I wanted to do the business and order the product all on the same day, and all this upline sponsor said was, you want to go out, get customers, here's how many you need to get that will get you to QSC and will also get you qualified. And those were my instructions. He kept it very simple. He didn't make it complicated. He just told me what I needed. And I wanted to do it, even though I wasn't looking to grow a big business. But what he said was, this will give you stability for later on. And then you want to go ahead and get to that 3rd commission level of sales coordinator. So why leave money on the table? And I'm like, sure, why not? I had a super comfortable lifestyle. I was really busy with 4 kids, and I wasn't looking to grow a big business. But a couple of years down the road, life happened. Went through a divorce, very unexpected after over 30 years of marriage. And I really had to think about everything and really evaluate what I was going to do. I still had an active nursing license, and I could have gone back to the hospital or in a doctor's office, but I didn't want to do that. I was used to time freedom. I was used to making my own schedule and being there with my kids. And then my mom had moved in with me at that point, and I didn't want to do that. So I had at that point actually gotten to senior sales coordinator and had built some qualified business, because guess what? I did exactly what my sponsor had said. When I enrolled a few team members that really just wanted to share, they were medical people like me. I said, but you need to go ahead and get a qualified business because you want to be stable. And they said, for what? And I said, well, First of all, you don't ever know when someone's going to join your team and pop up like I did and you did and ask to be part of the business. You asked like you wanted to. And I said, if you're not qualified, you're not in a position to earn the 3% performance bonus. You're going to be leaving money on the table. And so I said, go ahead and get qualified and then make sure you get self-qualified, which Kerry went into that. That's super important. And I got self-qualified really quick. Before I ever got to sales coordinator, I was self-qualified. And you are ready to go to earn that 3%. And yes, it is the majority of our paychecks. 3% doesn't sound like a lot, but it is when you're duplicating and you're building clubs. So a club is a qualified business. So yes, it made my business strong. Every club I brought in you cannot imagine if you get to sales coordinator, you're earning the highest commission level, and then you start adding clubs, you're going to see your paycheck start jumping radically. And not only does it feel good, but you're also duplicating. I mean, look how many lives you're touching with the product. Okay. Well, now with this super exciting news of that, the ad campaign that's starting, think of all the people that are going to see the ads. A lot of people don't know a Juice Plus partner. So what are they going to do? They're going to go to the website. You want to be qualified because they have to hand those leads out, which is one of the most beautiful things about our company is they don't keep that. They could keep that, but no, they pay out that full commission level to somebody in the organization. So somebody will be assigned that person, that lead. You want to be in the position of being qualified so that you can be in the leads program. So this to me right now, if you're not qualified, even if you haven't got team yet and you're thinking, well, the 3% doesn't apply to me. Oh, yes, it does. It applies to you huge. Do not think, because I was qualified before I had team, but guess what? If I had not been qualified before I actually had active team, when my first active team member that came in was a dietitian who believed in this product so strongly, she went out and got 25 customers her first month. If I hadn't been qualified, I wouldn't have gotten a 3% bonus. So if I'd sat around and waited till I had team, I would have left money on the table. And so I've always trained my team, get qualified, get self-qualified. Now, you don't wait. But now that we have a leads program, it's even more reason to make sure you get qualified and you stay qualified and don't ever fall out. I can't stress enough, and I will tell you this, Kerry. I had a customer who was a lead that just took the product for a few years. And one day I had dripped him about the business, but he wasn't that interested. And then he called me up one day and he wanted to do the business. So he worked it pretty diligently for a while and got a really good customer base, brought in some really good team that wanted to share also. It wasn't just to get the product cheaper. They were actually sharing Juice Plus with others. Well, that lead person really is not that active today because of several reasons. He's got several businesses he's pursuing. But guess what? That lead person led me to the strongest line I have in my organization. And that is amazing. You don't ever know what a lead is going to lead you to. And so don't take that for granted and don't think, oh, they're just a lead. No, that lead can be one of the biggest things that came into your life. So you treat everybody, especially a customer that's a lead, you treat them like they're the best thing that's happened to you this whole year. You fall in love with that lead. You fall in love with that new customer that may just say, I don't want to do much, because you never know. And when I look at what this person led me to, man, I'm so happy. I'm so happy that, yeah, it was a lead, just a lead as a customer. It's never just a lead. So yeah, I couldn't be where I am right now, supporting myself. I have, my children are grown. I have 6 grandkids. I love the fact that I get to travel and visit my grandkids while I'm doing my business. I'm on Zoom a lot when I'm out of town, and it's amazing. I can't imagine having a life that is any different from this now, of the flexibility and the choices. Time freedom and choices, people are looking for that. Don't ever underestimate that. And especially like Kerry said, in the last few years, everybody's gotten used to working from home and they don't want to go back. I hear this all the time. So you have something to offer them. So get qualified, get serious about knowing that we're getting ready to be out there big time in the world. We are getting ready to be heard loud and clear that we're number one, and there is no competition, like Kerry said, none. Let me just tell you, the research, everything, no competition.
Well, you heard from several people that have done very well, but keep in mind, qualification is the beginning. Duplicating the qualification process. Just get 3 other people to do what you're doing. You can make right around $15,000 a year residually if you're just starting out. But if you really want to kick this thing into high gear, think what 39 or more will do. Annual income about 120. You know, think about 100 club. Think big. Think down the road. You wonder why I wear this cap? We're getting ready to be on 5 networks. When people walk in, they gonna see I'm wearing a Juice Plus hat. I'm wearing a Juice Plus shirt. I'm promoting, man. I'm out there because the media's gonna be doing. If you never get a lead, you're gonna have a lead because of the networks advertising Juice Plus. And you're gonna walk around, people gonna say Juice Plus. We just saw that on TV. Do you sell that? I'm gonna start a conversation. I don't go anywhere without a Juice Plus cap, a Juice Plus shirt, or something on Juice Plus that's on my physical body, because I'm a promoter, baby. And I know exactly what you got to do to build a big business. I'm giving you the best tips in the world. And you just got to listen to 4 superstars that absolutely have become full-time income earners, but they're not actually working 40 hours a week, I promise you. But they got a full-time income, and it's phenomenal. And I'm so proud of them. I appreciate all of you tuning in. We're going to shut this baby down. We hope you enjoyed it. And Jimmy, if you want to share this video within the Keep Punching team only, feel free to do that, or someone that you're working with. Hope you're having a great day. Keep punching.
What a way to start the year, folks. How about a hand for Mr. Daigle and everybody else who spoke? I'm excited, folks. This is a great time. I've been in the business 32 years. Danny, Debbie, Mickey, and I, and Sandra all have FIN numbers within 10 digits of each other. We started at the same time. We got married the same year. I don't know what that means, but I'm paying attention. So please pay attention to what you heard today. Just a phenomenal opportunity. Join us Monday night. Danny and Janet and Ellen are going to be sharing about what? Shred 10. You want to know about Shred 10? Join us on the Zoom Monday night. Thank you all for being with us. Good night.
Duplicate qualification and watch your business take off big time. This year, we're going to create some superstars. Be one of them.